What's poppin', TreTv gang? It's your boy TreTv, and we back at y'all with another reaction. With this one, we got another one from Ren. The name of this song is Money Game Part 3. It's a song that I previously had reacted to, but they sent it in. They said they want to see what you think about this song. I guess you're starting to grow them a little bit. They starting to like your commentary a little bit. So they wanted to see what you're doing with this. But before we do that, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, man. Tay Original here again for another one. Yeah. Again, y'all know how I feel with my baby Ren. Like his energy, like the styles that he be bringing with. Versatile.
Yeah.
Let's see what he got.
Before we get into this, if you didn't like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit them hype points. Make sure you do that. Without further ado, let's get straight into this reaction. Chi, get the yayo.
Get the yayo.
Go. Forgot he know how to play the piano.
So he said multiple instruments, right?
Yeah.
Fred Astaire, that nigga's crazy.
Like a Spencer piano.
Absolutely.
Money Game Part 3.
Like that beat. Everybody got nooses.
It's crazy. It's my seat.
Oh shit.
I'm like, which one's Ren?
I know, I'm trying to find out, man. Yeah, take that.
That must be
away.
Ren right there. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't expecting that.
Like that. Before we dig in, do you know what's going on with this cinematography? Like as far as like what he the message he trying to depict or portray or no?
I can't really remember. I probably reacted to this like 2 years ago when it first came out. But I know it's 1, 2, and 3, and they all connect together for some strange reason. I don't know, but they told me start you off with 3. I guess that's like the fan favorite is number 3. But they connect. But we're gonna go to all. We're gonna go through all of them, and it's gonna connect for you. But I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay. Symbolizing something.
Definitely. I think as the song go on, we're gonna be able to figure it out as it gets into it.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a prop.
He was just like tough with the story, and it just talks about like when your kids in your life, what are you inputting into them? Like the first thing his dad taught him when he was young, that it's all about money. And throughout his life, his son was just on a paper chase trying to figure out how to get money. Then he got 18, It's like we all hit 18, they all tell us the same thing. You're a man now. Go get as much money as you can. Because we live in a capitalistic world.
Absolutely. I mean, shit, he's saying he got it right before that. He said he was 17 and got them M's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And again, that's what you said, like, instilling that shit inside their head. Like, and that's what we were talking about this in another video before, too. Like, it's very important that you're in your kid's life and implemental as far as what you're telling them. Their time, their time, that they're, you know, what's that? Not the downtime, but their alone time.
Yeah.
Like, idle hand, what they say, idle hands is a devil play. You know what I'm saying?
Devil time.
You don't want them to be too much time where they by themselves picking up from shit from YouTube and different apps and
tablets,
shit like that. Yeah, you know
music.
what I'm saying? Let me instill some shit in you so that you can use this and be fruitful for the rest of your life. You know what I mean?
Because you know, when they're at the youngest, that's when you can input the most stuff on them. They tell you when a kid is like young, that's the best time to teach them different languages. Because like you said, they sponge everything, and that's when we learn the most when we're at that age. So when he was at that age, his dad was putting into money. Go get some money. Go get some money.
Yeah, and it worked. Shit, 17, he's selling businesses and shit. That's tough.
Great. Don't too many people do that.
Facts.
Practically a millionaire, 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his dad he tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 30.
That's what I was gonna say too, because when you talk about implementing stuff in them, you feeling the kids. Like he didn't really tell them about morals when he was a young boy. Like you say, he just preaching money. Then he gets older, you know what I'm saying? It's really like shit. I don't really have that many morals, so I don't got no problem selling arms to the motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm making my bread. It's all about money right now. But then his dad reversed him like, nah, it's not just all about money. You need to have some type of morals too. So now he's like, boom, I'm 30 now. Let me appease my father and let him know that it ain't all about money, that I do got morals. And let me show him that I can be this other guy that he wants me to be, or I should think I should be. You know what I mean?
And to me, it's almost like his dad just keep moving the goalposts.
That too, could be that too.
You say, yo, son, go get some money. Well, I got some money now. That's not good enough. Not only do you need the money, you need the power to go with it. Because, like, you're not the top dog. You're just working for the top dog. I don't want you to be the worker for the top dog. I instilled in you since a young age to be the top dog. So now you just move the goalpost again, and I got to keep chasing after you. But while I'm doing that, I'm not putting no morals inside this, because you're not, like you said, you're not teaching about morals. You're just teaching me how to go be a go-getter. And they said, what they say, the money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
That's what it's giving off to me.
Yeah.
So in the president's suite, now he's 30. His daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
He got that bread. He's paying off the police. So it went from selling computers to selling guns.
Stocks and shit,
Now you're selling drugs. Now you got turf war. Because you already know when you getting money, you stepping on somebody's toes. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody feeling their pockets getting a little bit shorter since you came around. And it's going to be a turf war.
Absolutely, man.
Die from the po-po inside of his pocket.
Who that?
35, he gets a call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack, I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed up, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again.
Damn. It's like that's why you gotta be careful what you chasing after. Like people inside of any game, let's just say the drug game, when they talk about it, they only talk about the positive stuff that happened, the money, the women, the jury. They don't talk about the other side. People trying to rob you, people trying to kill you. You can end up like this in a wheelchair. Yeah. Everybody knows somebody in the hood that got shot that was selling something that's now in a wheelchair for the rest of their lives. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? It's good that he actually brought it into this song because I know at least 2 or 3 people that happened to.
Absolutely.
That's still around here today.
Absolutely. And it's crazy you say that because you just reminded me of something that an NFL player said. And when they talked about if they would let their kids play football, they said, why? They said, it is 100% fact that you are going to get injured in this game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And correlate that over to what you just said about my man. Mm-hmm. It is 110% fact that something negative, you may make it through the game, but you're either going to have a chance of getting robbed, like you said, stolen, jail, you know what I'm saying?
Some bad shit happen to you. Yeah. You're going to lose some shit. You're going to lose product. You're going to lose money. You take losses in that game. It's inevitable. People just talk about the wins. There's losses that come with that game, too. Absolutely. If you've been in the game, you all took losses. You know what I'm saying? Something's going to happen. That's somehow, some way. It's unavoidable.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, fuck.
Beefing with the cartels, though. I don't need them problems.
What? Definitely don't want them problems. Yeah, I'm sorry, you just jogged my memory again. There's something about that shit you just said about the cartels because even when you think it's over, it's never over, bro.
Hell no.
Griselda Blanca, the queen, you know what I'm saying, that got locked up for like years, bro, over the drug trafficking shit. Yeah. As soon as she got out, bro, like probably like a week or 2 later, they killed her and all her kids, bro.
Yeah, and it's like, just like he said, like he was saying before he got in the wheelchair, I got the money to pay a popo. The cartel got money to pay a popo too.
Big facts.
You're on the same boat.
Got ways to get to your ass. Yeah. Facts. Damn. Paralyzed.
Crazy. Now that money not all he thought it was. It ain't gonna help you walk again.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck for money and fame. Call the music.
We be having these talks all the time.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, eventually when you start to evolve, you realize it's not all about money. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? You could have all the money, but it'd be like the simple stuff, like your health. You could have all the money if you don't have your health, if you don't have family love, you don't have all the stuff that costs nothing. Yeah. And you start to see how quickly money is not really as important as we've been taught or told.
It goes back to that internal happiness, bro.
Yeah, it starts there.
Yeah, because you can, like you said, you can be taught all this, like go after your dreams, go after your goals. Yeah. And if you don't have that internalness, bro, that makes you happy, like it could be something as simple as reading a book that makes you happy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not happy to the core, none of this shit matters. Yeah. None of this shit matters, bro.
I don't think more people commit suicide than actually people that got money.
Good point. Actually, they say the stockholders or something like that was a big thing in like the 90s. Yeah. They was dropping like flies after that crash. You know what I'm saying?
It's because when you used to having money, your identity is money, money, money. When you lose that, then you feel like there's no reason for you to be here. But if that was never the position that you stood on, that it was all about money, if you lose money, then you'd be like, I could find happiness outside of this money, so there's no reason to delete myself.
And not even that, if you a real one, you know what I'm saying? The money don't make you. No. You know what I'm saying? No. You just make the money. Yeah. But I'm still the same me.
Yeah. Like people be thinking like clothes, because you could have on a $5,000 outfit. I could have on a $20 outfit. Yeah. If I talk right, I could bag the same chick you did.
Same shit.
It doesn't matter. It's like, you know what I mean? It's all comes out your goddamn mouth.
Absolutely. Who you are.
Yeah.
This isn't entertainment. This is real life.
Facts.
The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution?
Like Scarface right there.
Real quick, I know I keep pausing, but I love the idea what he just said, bro.
Okay.
Like how money is an invention, and that's a fact, bro. Yeah. Like I don't think people realize that shit. Like it's not something that was designed to be here, like from like fruits and like juices and berries type shit. You know what I mean? From the nature of the ground or the minerals. Like that wasn't a necessity. Man made that shit, bro.
For control.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's all about power of control, bro.
It's not real.
Exactly.
And the reason that you know it's not real because we've seen in other countries where they have boatloads and boatloads of money.
Yes.
That was now worth nothing because we make it worth something. And the
demand.
Yeah. So it's like as soon as we stop using it or saying it's worth something, it's not. It's just regular paper.
That's the.
And we've seen different countries they just using it to start fires and stuff.
Yep.
It's not real.
Yep. That's the day it becomes nothing. When the day that we realize it is nothing.
I mean, people are starting to realize that more and more every day.
Agreed.
Songs like this.
Yep. Real shit. Fuck you got going on, bro?
Everything is subject to change.
Facts.
We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.
Mm.
45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Woo. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Ew. Crazy. Alright, that right there was your boy Ren with the Money Game Part 3, man.
Facts.
Definitely something interesting. That I mean, like I said, I've been seeing what Ren been doing as far as, you know, giving up his, you know, his mental, as far as his consciousness about life in general, you know, and different tracks that we've been going through. And I like it, man. You know, I like what he's doing as far as trying to get the message out there to the people. And like you just said before, you know, we gotta all wake up at some point in time, you know. Yeah. And this is one of them type of the music and the even the visuals to get you on that type of page, on that path, you know. And that's what we always talk about here in this you know, studio. We talk about, you know, it's a facade, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? All that shit that they try to put in front of you, go for this, go get that. But for what, really? If you're not really happy, if you don't have a purpose, then all that shit don't matter, bro.
It don't
matter. You know what I mean? Like me, I know my purpose, and that's the one thing too. You gotta know your fucking purpose. My purpose is to leave a legacy for my kids, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? Once that happens, I'm content. Yeah. You know what I mean? It don't matter what level. As long as I know they're good when I'm going, I'm my goal accomplished, and I can die happy. And that's pretty much what he's saying, man. Wake up, understand that the things that y'all are going for, that you don't understand, that are out there for a little, you know, detours, you know what I'm saying, and decoys, you know what I mean. Just understand the underline of that shit, you know. This one right here, I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a 9.8, man. I like what he was talking about, the message. I like the whole cinematography, everything. Again, when we get to the bottom of finding out what's going on with the, you know, symbolism, I would like to know that as well. If y'all know, tell me in the chat. But I like what's going on.
Yeah, I definitely like what's going on with this, and I think like people can't really understand it until you make enough money. until you could buy enough stuff that you really wanted. And then you start to see, I bought all this stuff and I'm still not happy. But if you never reach that point in life, you're not going to understand the conversation when people say money don't make you happy. Because you think, if I have 500 sneakers, I'm going to be happy until you get 500 sneakers and be like, I don't care about none of this. Like, you know what I'm saying? But until you get in that point, or until you get a Benz, until you get a BMW, it just always look like you'll be happy in that car until you actually get that car. And you be like, this is a normal car like everything else. It got windows, it got seats, it got gas, it got brake. It's the same exact thing. So that's what we're just talking about here. And we talk about all the time. A lot of the time, for the money, you're trading your time in for the money. Even when you're working, you're just waiting for the paycheck. And that time is just flying by you because you're just worrying about the money, the paycheck to go buy stuff. So that's why you need songs like this just to remind you. And it's even telling you to tell your kids, it's not all about money. Because when we coming up, we be pushing our kids to go get money, do this and do that. Then it could turn out to a situation like this. They chasing money. And because you chase money, now you end up in a wheelchair. So I think it's a great song, great visuals, like you said. And I like what he did with this. How to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm giving it the 10 because of what it's actually talking about. It's actually something that could bring enlightenment to people. And in a lot of songs these days, you don't get enlightenment. You definitely get it from this song. Before we get out of this, if you didn't like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit them hype points, make sure you do that. Until our next video, it's TreTv.
Tay the original.
And we out.
Boom.